Fire, flint, language, machines. In the face of crises, humanity adapted. We became warriors, explorers, builders, dreamers flying forward, in control of a changing world.
45 in Paris, the highest temperature ever recorded. Hurricane Zeta, the world's worst Category 6 storm, is just hours from public. Thousands of residents are preparing for yet another night without power.
Flooding earlier in the week in parts of Italy and France. All concerns will turn to the Baltic. Firestorms began in central Latvia, but spread to 8 Baltic nations that had
The price of fresh water rose again today in the London Stock Exchange, hitting an all-time high.
I'm old enough to remember what that world used to be like. We had places we belonged, country, community, family.
Have ravaged 50% of global shipping ports, threatening food supply chains.
The population continues to riot in the streets.
Militaries to fortify their borders using...
At what point does a country stop being a country?
One failed state became a dozen, and now there's millions of refugees headed every direction, except home.
Estimate that 1.2 billion people have been displaced by the shocking chain reaction.
We call ourselves nopads, the non-patriotic, stateless warriors fighting for our survival.
The world's non-patrioted finds itself taking sides between Russia and the United States in their
Caught
quest
between
for
the
vital
last two superpowers as they circle each other, fighting for resources, threatening to draw us into a new kind of war.
This is the emergency broadcast system. Alleged blackout event.
Keep an American satellite from falling into Russian hands. And the intel on board is all the excuse either side needs to send us straight to hell. But we've faced crises before. The nopads were born out of it. We are the warriors. We are the adaptation. And this fight is ours. Listen up. I only have time to explain this once. Inside the combat zone, there are two opposing armies fighting to gain and then hold sectors. The fight continues until one side runs out of reinforcements and is forced to withdraw. That's it. Now, how do you gain sectors? You gain a sector by securing the objectives inside. To secure an objective, clear it of all hostiles. Once one side holds all the objectives inside a sector, it's theirs. Holding more sectors than the enemy causes them to bleed reinforcements. You bleed the other team to zero, and it's over. You take the field. Sure, you can light up hostiles and whittle down enemy reinforcements, but matches are won or lost by capturing sectors. Eyes on the prize, people. Move out!
Heads up! New Cortex! U.S. forces in the vicinity!
Wow. You think you can pass me through to him?
I'll try! Hold on! This is Commander Connell. Who am I talking to?
Kimball Gray, sir. Part of a NOPAD task force on the ground.
We're engaging the Russian ground forces. Unless you nopads want to get caught in the crossfire, I suggest you join us.
We got a choice? When?
Send in coordinates. See you on the field.
So much for stopping a war.
Okay, Okay, squads, strategy's simple. Capture your objectives, take control of the sectors, and repel the enemy.
Do not relax, there is much work to be done! Attack the objective! Go!
Monitoring your advance, Nopats. Take that objective and show the enemy no quarter. Intel shows no hostiles present. Nopats, you are free to move on that objective.
Move to that location!
Locate and capture objectives. This battle's not over yet.
This Santa marker! Let's move! Nice job!
Sector is now under our control. You Nopats don't
We
disappoint.
control more sectors than the enemy, but this battle is far from over.
Sector Alpha just fell to the enemy. Do not leave the combat area or you will be extracted from the battle.
Bravo 1 is under attack! Sector Alpha has been conquered by our forces.
One down!
That's a clean sweep. All sectors secure.
Trouble at the mark!
Seeing them weakened, but there's a long way to go.
Reloading! Hostile down!
The hostiles have taken Sector Charlie.
One of our objectives is under attack.
Status report. Taking control point by point. Charlie objectives under control. Sector secure. All sectors secure. Keep them out. Just lost Sector Alpha to the enemy. They're hurting. Hostile forces are at half strength. Our enemy is assaulting Bravo 1. Initiating an attack on Alpha 1.
Tango down! Under fire! Hostile threat on my mark! Red mark! Red mark!
Just lost Sector Bravo to the hostiles.
There's no stopping us!
Bravo 1 under assault by Allied forces.
One is down! One moment!
Just seen Sector Bravo. Russian forces have hit Bravo 1. We have complete control. Defend those sectors. Tap the reserves. It's their last shot. They captured Sector Charlie. control. Both sectors now occupied by hostiles. Just took Sector Alpha. We now hold more sectors than they do. Good work.